All right, welcome back, guys. We do some questions today. I'm thinking maybe I should keep the temperature a little lower so that I can talk longer. A lot of people have long-winded questions, or they had last week. I had a hard time once my temperature was getting up there and I was huffing and puffing. I was like, I can't answer any more questions. All right, today's sauna question is JNH lifestyles versus dynamic saunas. He says, I can get a JNH from Amazon for a good price, or I can get a dynamic from Costco for an excellent price. But I see that you've reviewed both of those, but they each have their own different models that I didn't see in your reviews. He's saying that each company has multiple product lines, just like anything. Would you suggest, or do you think it's worthwhile to try one of the other models, or would you suggest one of the newer 2019 models over the one that you tested? I'm not really sure what you're asking here. I think you're saying, did they improve them enough to where my reviews in the past of the JNH and the Dynamic, because I bought both, would change like drastically? Not that I've seen so far. In fact, a lot of the reviews and stuff that I've seen lately pretty much show the same high EMF saunas being marketed as low EMF. So, a lot of people are wasting time and money and getting really frustrated and wasting energy on buying into more sauna scams, meaning companies will say, they have a super low EMF, blah, blah, blah sauna, and it features these fancy dancy nanocarbon, new technology or whatever. They basically jazz it up to make it sound like it's some new product, but it's usually repackaged and the heaters are the same from last year's model. So I would recommend you check out the list of certified saunas. I started certifiedsaunas.com this year to help combat this. The list of certified saunas is up. It has the top 3 saunas of the year, as well as the sauna of the year, which is the one that I'm in right now, the Radiant Health sauna. You can check those out on my blog, cleverleverage.com. All the old sauna reviews. Actually, the saunas that you're asking about, I bought the JNH Lifestyles Enzy, which is supposed to be a 0 EMF sauna. I would later find out that, this was a year and a half ago when I was first figuring this stuff out. I would later find out that there is no such thing as a 0 EMF sauna. There's super low EMF saunas like the one that I'm in right now. However, anything that plugs into a wall is going to have, no matter how good of a job they do, is going to have some type of EMF emissions from it. There is no such thing as none. So I hate those. I hate that kind of marketing because it misleads people and it makes them think that, hey, this is out there. The other thing is, when people are talking about 0 EMF saunas, they're generally working with companies that only mitigate one type of EMF. So even if you were to have a low magnetic field infrared sauna, the company's not showing you the electric field measurements. So that's why I do the certified sauna list. We check magnetic fields, electric fields. We check RF radiation a little bit. For the most part, it's not a problem in the newer saunas. We also check body voltage as a backup. So you can see if there's any stray electrical fields in there. And so that's, you probably want to watch some of my older videos to educate yourself. And that way, when you're talking to sauna salespeople or what have you, or different companies, and they're feeding you a line of bullshit, you know how to pick up on it. So anyway, back to you asking about dynamic. Basically the basis of the question is which one would be the better option for you, the Dynamic or the JNH. Dynamic's made by Golden Designs. They make the other saunas on Amazon. They're very similar to the Blue Wave company that makes the other saunas on Amazon, but they've got stuff in Home Depot and Walmart. They're called like Maxis saunas, other Golden Designs brands. Most of those, none of them to my knowledge mitigate electric fields at all. And most of them advertise low EMF magnetic field saunas when in fact they've got 60, 70, 80, sometimes even 100 milligauss depending on, which model it is. So I generally don't recommend either one of those. It just depends on what you're looking for. You can spend a couple $1,000 and get something like that. Like the JNH that I bought from Amazon was $2,500. I could have spent $1,000 more or $800 more, $3,400, $3,300, and gotten something that was, you know, really good. Something that I'd only have to buy once. And kind of how I think about it now is, because back then I was like, you know what, there's no way in hell I'm going to spend an extra $1,000 for this stuff, right? I didn't even think it was worth it in the first place before I experienced the benefits of saunas and, you know, understood the true convenience of having one in my home, because I was traveling to a spa place that was 20 minutes away. I say this in all my videos. You probably heard me say it before. I feel like a broken record sometimes, but you know, every once in a while there's new people that watch these videos for the first time and they're like, hey, you know, where did you say that, or this, that, and the other. So I try to be as comprehensive as possible, but I didn't understand the true value of having a sauna in my house until I was paying $35 a session, I think. And I was driving 20 minutes one way. So it was 40 minutes round trip plus an hour. It's basically like 2 hours of my day, 2 or 3 times a week. And I was also spending over $100 a week. So you do the math. I mean, in a very short period of time, you know, I could pay for my own sauna. The other thing that was it's kind of like going to the gym, right? I needed to detox the heavy metal stuff from having my amalgams removed. I was seeing the functional medicine doctor and she advised that I do that, you know, like yesterday. But the thing is that it was becoming really inconvenient to have to go to the spa, let alone pay for it. And it's kind of like going to the gym. You think you're going to do this and then you're tired from work and then life happens and then, you know, you got all this stuff going on and you're like, screw it, I don't feel like going to the gym. That's what was happening with the saunas. And then when I got one in my house, I realized that it was much, much easier to say, you know what, no, I'm not going to go to bed yet. I'm going to go in the other room, I'm going to preheat the sauna, do my nighttime routine, I'm going to hop in there, I'm going to get a session in, and then all I have to do is go shower off and then go right to sleep. You sleep like a baby too. It's the perfect time to do your sauna sessions if you haven't experimented with this. And so now, you know, the benefit, I don't know if this is really what you want to know between the two brands, but the reason that I push, you know, because I personally wouldn't want to just save $1,000 to have a subpar sauna. I'd rather spend the extra money because now I see the benefit. But I understand that for a lot of you guys, and you've never had a sauna before, it's very difficult for you to understand the benefit of having it in your house. The cost savings, like this isn't something that you're going to buy every year. You know, you're going to use this thing year after year after year. So even if you just go out like 5 years and you say, all right, well, we spent an extra, you know, I don't know, $1,000 or something, you divide that by 5 years and it's like, you know, it's hardly anything. You wouldn't even notice it. It's like an extra $50 a month or something. And that gives you a wide range. You know, some people are looking for more expensive saunas that are 2 and 3 person. Other people are in apartments and stuff and they have a small space and a 1 person will do just fine, or they don't have a spouse that's going to join them, or, you know, everybody's in a different position. You didn't exactly say which model or which size you were looking for. But I think I've given you more than enough information at this point. I'm probably overloading you with stuff. I apologize, but, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about all the people that had questions exactly like yours about the JNH, about the dynamic, and I'm like, you know, I've had both of those. Neither one of them were great. They didn't test that great. You know, why don't you go and look at something that, you know, would serve you better long term? Because really, I think you'd be upset if you go watch some of my other reviews. Go to cleverleverage.com and just use the little search box on the right hand side. Search for infrared sauna reviews. Go look at some of my older reviews where, you know, I would receive the semi-truck shipment. I'd, you know, break everything down in the garage. I'd carry all the pieces in. I'd put everything together. I'd film all this stuff so that you guys can see it. And then I'd be really disappointed. Either the sauna wouldn't work well or the build quality sucked. You know, there was pieces broken or cuts missing from the factory. These weren't cheap saunas. These were $3,000 saunas. And so, you know, just do your due diligence and really, you know, I'm not trying to, my intention is not to force you to spend more money than you feel comfortable doing. I just know that for me, I wouldn't be happy with either one of those brands. And at this point in time, in 2019 and beyond, unless they come out with something new or change their product lineup or whatever, I personally wouldn't use one or recommend anybody buying them. So take a look at the, you know, the old reviews that I've done. I've bought these saunas that you're asking about. Go to cleverleverage.com, look at the infrared sauna reviews. Also, do a Google search for the list of certified saunas. You'll see the sauna of the year for 2019. You'll see why I like it. You can see all the live testing on video. I've even got some videos that show you how to put it together because I filmed the whole thing. So hope that helps you. If I apologize for it being long-winded if you were just looking for something succinct. But if I left anything out or you have other questions, now that you've had a chance to go back and research this stuff and consider other options, let me know in the comments and I can always make you another video. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you in tomorrow's video.